Welcome, viewers. Welcome, my friends. Today, you are going to learn the history about West Bengal. Enjoy the history. What are the two states of India which were partitioned when India got independence during 1947, 15th August? I know that unanimously will tell that it was Bengal and Punjab. These were the two states which were partitioned along with the partition of the two countries on the basis of the religions. But very few knows it, that how the partition, particularly Bengal, was affected and how the state West Bengal included in the Indian Constituent Assembly. We might have forgotten. The new generation doesn't know what was the fight behind it and how we got our state West Bengal to be combined as a part of India after the partition. Hello, welcome my dear friends. I am Gautam Chakrabarti. You are going to learn about the glimpses of the history, how West Bengal was annexed with India after the independence. You know that before independence, it was discussion was going on. India has to be provided independence in the British Parliament as well. And that time, Bengal, being one of the largest province, it was decided that it has some separate identity. So, lot of things we need to consider before partition of this country. At that time, the Muslim League government was in the ruling party, and they have the overwhelming support on the base because the Muslims were majority in the province of Bengal. And in their assembly, it was passed with overwhelming majority 107/34 that Bengal has to remain united, and if at all the country is participated, it will be part of the Pakistani Constituent Assembly as a part of Pakistan. But before the partition, India has witnessed the atrocities, the two heinous riots, the Great Calcutta Killing and also the Noakhali riots, where the hapless Hindu populations of that regions were murdered mercilessly. And it was said that it was the long-term plan to disturb in those areas. And then some of the think tank of western portion of the Bengal, particularly Hindu majority area, they realized that it is not very good for the Bengali Hindu to remain a part of the Bengal. And that's why, under leadership of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, they tried to unite it. Despite the oppositions of the India level leaders like Sharad Bose and many others, communist leaders, they were just in the favor of to remain united Bengal and to be a part of Constituent Assembly. Actually, the proposal was from the British government was Bengal has to be given three options. The option number one is that Bengal may be granted for the total independence as a whole kingdom, as a whole state, sovereign state. And second option is that it will remain with Pakistan and it will remain with India. But as that time Muslim League government was in the majority in that Bengal, united Bengal, and that's why they have passed the resolutions that the Bengal is to be united and has to be annexed with Pakistan. But before that, Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, the brilliant leader from the western part of the Bengal, he realized that if the western part of the Bengal is also annexed with the Pakistan, we'll lose our strength to struggle, and ultimately it will be gripped by the atrocities of the Pakistani rulers. In order to save the crores of Bengali Hindus, he has written the letters to Lord Mountbatten that whether India is going to be partitioned or not, but Bengal must be partitioned to save the crores of populations, and where they are facing the merciless atrocities from the ruler, because it was believed that time that Great Calcutta killing in 1946 was because of the tacit support of then Prime Minister of the United Bengal, Shorawardi, and it was a planned attack to the minority Hindu communities mercilessly. And the same thing happens when the Noakhali riot broke down. It was not at all riot actually, it was the total merciless killing of the poor Hindu populations of that regions. Ultimately, it was decided that Bengal must be partitioned because the Western leaders of Bengal, they have passed their separate resolutions in the vote of 58:21, and all the 21 members who voted against the separation of Bengal, they were from the Muslim League, and that's why that resolution from the western portion of the Bengal was passed, and on that basis of the majority of the western part, it was the convincing result to show Lord Mountbatten, that time Viceroy, that the western part doesn't like to be united as a united part of the Bengal, and neither they want to remain united in case of being assembled with Pakistan. And that's why the seed of partition and seed of being the separate state of West Bengal was germinated, and it was 20th of June, and that's why many people in India, they celebrate 20th of June as West Bengal Day. Really, if there were no such far-sighted leaders like Syama Prasad Mukherjee, and he was supported by many persons unanimously, despite opposition from the India level leaders like Sharat Bose and some of the communist leaders, ultimately we got our own identity, we got our own state, West Bengal. Though everyone was not happy with the partition, because the partition was based on purely commercial basis by Radcliffe Line, and in that partition we lost the Khulna Hindu majority area of Bangladesh, and also similarly Muslim majority area Murshidabad was annexed in the western part. It was also something, and also the Buddhist majority area in Chattogram hill track, Bandarban, that was also annexed with Bangladesh. So it was also quite unfortunate event, but even then the partition happened, which was inevitable at that time, and it saved a lot of families and a lot of populations at that time particularly. But presently, if we do not keep our province, our part under the strict rule, there are definitely some threat to be separated some other portions as well, and we lose some of the lands or the whole entire land if our leaders are not enough farsighted. So that's all regarding the history of creation of West Bengal, and it is really a dedication of Syama Prasad Mukhopadhyay or Syama Prasad Mukherjee, who was the first Industry Minister of India, and later on he became the Home Minister of India. So let's pay respect to him, and we'll remember the 20th June as West Bengal Day. Thank you.